you scoffed when I said if Florida State has a losing record this season that they should consider to get rid of Mike Norvell. You scoffed at that, and I know you're a Norvell homer. I get it. I understand that. Please tell me why. And once again, I don't think this is going to happen. I think Florida State goes 6-6 or better. I do, and I'm going to stick with that in my heart. As a Florida State grad, just like James, we got there's a standard. We have to hope.
Wait.
Hold on.
Before you, I'm getting my answer for you. I know what you're about to ask.
Hold on. Here's my question. If Florida State does have another bad season, and by bad season, I'm talking about a 4-8 season, and just absolutely craps the bed, which we just have to be honest, there's a chance. I think it's a slim chance, but there is a chance that could happen. If the worst case scenario, Florida State goes 4-8 this season, why should it not be considered to get rid of Mike Norvell?
Let me get it real quick. Give me a second.
He's going to get his wallet out, isn't he? If the man needs props, he's trying to sell you, fans. He's trying to sell you on why. But I actually want to see this props. I hope it's a chicken sandwich.
I don't have it, but
okay.
There we go.
I get it that's the one thing saving him from possibly that he could go 0-12, and right now we don't have the money to pay his buyout. I get it. I understand that. But to what James said about the standard, the program has to have a standard. If Florida State has another losing season, which would be their fourth straight losing season, if that happens, which hasn't happened since the 70s, hasn't happened since nearly 50 years ago. You honestly do not believe there's anything Mike Norvell can do that would cost him his job after this season?
Well, yeah, if you win 3 games again, obviously that is terrible. That's no progress made whatsoever. You can't blame COVID-19. You can't blame no spring game. You can't blame maybe the quarterback situation or whatever. He gets his quarterback, Mackenzie Milton. You still have Jordan Travis there. You're bringing in playmakers around him. The defense has talent, but it just doesn't seem like there was players in the right positions last year. But this is why you're going to have a spring. You had a full spring to help figure this out. You're bringing in a pretty decent recruiting class, too, to help in some of these situations. And the transfer class was exceptional. So there can't be a lot of excuses. So if you do win 3-4 games or you have a losing record, again, it should be considered that you might have to, I'm not even saying I don't think it's going to happen. So to just make myself look stupid and someone will clip it. But that is something, if Florida State had the money or you're like a big SEC team, then that is a thought process to go that you have to move on from a coach like that. But just to be in realistic form, though, I don't know how Florida State can do that whenever they're trying to put all this money into now a football-only facility with doing all this other kind of stuff. I just don't see how that's going to happen. And I think, I don't know. I just don't. That's a tough situation that Florida State's in. They just have to kind of ride with it. That's the thing. I don't think if that happens, you ride and ride. I just don't have the money.
I have to go cover the Dolphins who think they're going to be relevant this season. So, guys, thank you very much.
What time is? I thought the schedule release wasn't until like 8:30.
8 o'clock.
It's 7. It's 6:45.
All of us have to go eat our salads.
He's in TV. He's got to get. They got to get pretty and put makeup on.
Thank you. We got.
Are you? Oh, you have to be there.
I got to get my. I was almost cursed there for a second.
Jason, do you have 30 seconds?
Yeah, go.
So the 30 seconds would be our guy, Rich Huffman, who hopefully is watching right now, offered a question. I don't know if you had a chance to ask it concerning difficulty in recruiting and who is the most difficult opponent to recruit against.
I asked how you recruit with a 3-6 record against a Miami team and a Florida team who both had decent seasons. And that's when he went into the whole about selling the future. And to what Logan said about how, the transfer class was very good. The recruiting class was very good by standards over what a 3-6 team should have. We were able. I will give Norvell credit. He and James has hit the nail on the head there. He is selling the program well. The question's going to be, yes, if Florida State loses the opener to Notre Dame like expected, it's not so much that. It's how do they play the next game against Jacksonville State? How do they play the next game like that against Wake Forest? If this team is 5-2, best case scenario, and those 2 losses are against Notre Dame and North Carolina, I will be happy with the progress. But what I don't need is us going out and playing like Florida State did against Notre Dame in 2018, where we got annihilated by Notre Dame. And I'll take the way we played against Notre Dame last year, where we only lost by 16, and where we looked somewhat decent against an Notre Dame team that went to the playoffs. That's what I need.
And that's why, for me, it's more than just wins and losses. I want to see, in particular, how they play against those 5 teams. So to James' point, North Carolina State, Wake Forest, all those teams should not be the standard. But as we stand currently, those teams are on the same tier, if not better. North Carolina State just had an 8-4 season. Wake Forest is going in winning bowl games most seasons the last 4 or 5 years. So they're overachieving. And so Florida State obviously has to take care of business first and foremost against those other 7 that we've identified. But I would love to see, in addition to that, some close games against Notre Dame, Clemson, those schools, and Clemson's on that first tier. But, instead of every game being 49-17, it'd be nice if 2 or 3 of those games, they really wore them down to the fourth quarter and scared them. It's going
to be those first 2 ACC games for me, on the road against Wake Forest and then Louisville at home, because it's a Wake Forest team that you look in 2019. We had no business losing to Wake Forest. We were a better team than Wake Forest, and we lose 22-20. Then it's that home ACC opener against Louisville on the 25th. There's no reason Louisville – I don't give a damn that Tutu Atwell was on that team. I don't give a damn that their running back was from Cocoa Beach. There's no reason that Louisville team should have beat us 48-16. There is no way. No way on God's green earth you will convince me that Louisville team should have, on paper, beaten us by 32 points. Sure. That's where we need to go. So, guys, I will see you next week.
Thanks, Jason.
Adios, Jason.
Thank you.
Bye. Have fun.
Now Logan can bash me.
Go Steelers. Go Steelers, baby.
Barf. Goodbye.